So it's May 18th, 2026, and if you've spent more than 5 minutes on the figure skating subreddits or scrolling through skating TikTok over the last 48 hours, you know that the community is currently in the middle of an absolute meltdown. There is one question that is setting every forum on fire, and it's not about jump rotations or costume choices. The question is Alysa Liu officially trading her skates for the ballroom? Just 2 days ago, a massive thread blew up on r/figure skating titled, "The DWTS casting leak is real," and Alyssa's name was at the absolute top of the list. Now, on the surface, this might just seem like another celebrity rumor. But in the fragile ecosystem of figure skating, especially in this post-Milano Cortina world, this rumor is actually a massive lightning rod. It's triggered a literal civil war between the fans who want Alysa to be happy and the purists who think she's destroying the sport's integrity. Today, we're going deep. We're talking about the evidence, the Reddit leaks, the TikTok backlash, and the truth behind why the world is so obsessed with every move Alysa Liu makes. This isn't just about a reality show. It's about the soul of figure skating in 2026. To understand why this rumor is so explosive, we have to look at the history. Dancing with the Stars has always been the safety net for American figure skaters. Since the show began, we've seen a revolving door of icons. Christy Yamaguchi, Meryl Davis, Adam Rippon, Mirai Nagasu, and even Johnny Weir. For most of them, DWTS was the victory lap after they retired or took a break. But Alysa Liu is different. She is the reigning Olympic gold medalist from the 2026 Games. Usually, a gold medalist is expected to spend the summer doing the ISU Grand Prix circuit and preparing to defend their title. If Alysa joins DWTS, she is effectively saying she doesn't care about the 2026 to 2027 competitive season. Fans on Reddit are pointing out that her current brand, which is basically being the anti-athlete, makes her the most valuable casting get in the show's history. Think about it. She's already walked away from the sport once, she's hiked Everest, she's a psychology student, and she's a Louis Vuitton ambassador. The show producers don't just want a skater, they want the Alysa Liu drama. They want the girl who won gold and then told W Magazine, "I actually don't want to be famous." That irony is television gold. But for the Skating Federation, it's a nightmare. If their biggest star chooses a ballroom over a rink, what does that say about the state of the sport? This brings us to the most toxic part of this story, the quad purists. If you go on TikTok right now and search for #Alysa Liu, you'll see thousands of comments from people who are absolutely fuming. These are the fans who believe that figure skating should only be about technical difficulty, quads, triple axels, and raw power. They are arguing that Alyssa's Milano Cortina gold was given to her because of her artistry and her story, rather than her technical content. They're comparing her to skaters like Kaori Sakamoto or Anna Sherbakova, claiming that Alysa is a performer, not an athlete. And to them, the Dancing with the Stars rumor is the ultimate proof. They're saying, see, we told you she cares more about being a celebrity than being a skater. Yesterday, a TikTok went viral from a popular skating creator who called Alyssa's recent Stars on Ice 2026 performances lazy and too mainstream. The comment section was a war zone. One side was defending her, saying she's earned the right to do whatever she wants, while the other side was screaming that she's disrespecting the traditions of the sport. This is the Kaori Sakamoto erasure debate all over again. People are so focused on the technicalities that they've forgotten that figure skating is also an art form. Alysa is caught in the middle of a battle for the sport's identity. Now, let's talk about the psychological angle, because this is where it gets really interesting. This is what we call the Alysa Liu paradox. Just a few months ago, she did that massive interview where she said she hates the spotlight. She wants to be just a normal person. She's rocking a smiley piercing, dyed hair, and a very Urban Outfitters aesthetic that screams "I'm not your ice princess." So, why would that person go on one of the most watched reality shows in America? Some people on Reddit are calling her a hypocrite. They see the Louis Vuitton campaigns and the Met Gala appearances, and they say, if you hate fame, stop doing things that make you more famous. But I think that's a surface-level take. If you look deeper, Alysa isn't rejecting fame as much as she's rejecting control. In figure skating, she is controlled by judges, by the USFS, and by a very strict set of rules. On DWTS, She's in control of her narrative. She can be funny, she can be weird, she can be herself, and she gets paid a lot more for it. Doing DWTS isn't her embracing fame, it's her hijacking it. She's using the fame machine to build a life where she never has to answer to a skating judge ever again. That's a boss move that most athletes are too afraid to make. But we have to talk about the fallout. If Alysa Liu goes to Hollywood, what happens to the U.S. Figure Skating Association? Right now, the rumors aren't just about Alysa. People are noticing that Ilia Malinin, the quad god himself, has been strangely quiet about his upcoming season. There are whispers that if Alysa takes a break for DWTS, Ilia might follow suit and focus on his own commercial ventures. Think about that for a second. If the two most dominant forces in American skating both step away in 2026, the USFS is in serious trouble. They have spent years marketing Alysa and Ilia as the king and queen of the new era. Without them, the upcoming Grand Prix season loses half its viewership. This is why the DWTS rumor is causing so much panic in the front offices. They are watching their assets realize that they have more value outside of the competition circuit than they do inside it. Alysa is proving that you don't need a gold medal to be a star, but it certainly helps as a bargaining chip. So, as of May 18th, 2026, we're all just waiting for that official cast announcement. But whether she's on the show or not, Alysa Liu has already won. She has successfully shifted the conversation from, can she land this jump, to what will she do next? She has become a pattern interrupt in a sport that desperately needed one. She's the gold medalist who doesn't want to play by the rules, the fashion icon who shops at thrift stores, and the anti-fame queen who might just become the biggest reality star of the year. What do you think? Is she being ungrateful to the sport, or is she just a genius who knows how to play the game better than anyone else? Will you watch her on DWTS, or are you team stay on the ice? Drop your take in the comments below. I know this one is going to be heated. And if you want to stay updated on the Alysa Liu paradox as it unfolds, hit that subscribe button. And here's the thing that nobody in the skating world wants to admit out loud. Alysa Liu is not the problem. She is the symptom. She is what happens when a sport takes a young girl, puts every expectation of a nation on her shoulders, and then acts surprised when she decides she wants to live life on her own terms. The USFS, the ISU, the purists on TikTok, they all built this. They created the pressure cooker, and now they're shocked that she's choosing to step out of the kitchen entirely. Think about what she has already accomplished at her age. Two-time Olympian, 2026 gold medalist, national champion. She has done what most skaters spend their entire lives dreaming about. And she did it while also being a psychology student, a global fashion ambassador, and someone who literally climbed one of the highest peaks on Earth. At what point do we stop asking her to prove herself and start asking ourselves why we keep demanding more? The DWTS question is really a bigger question in disguise. It's asking, who does Alysa Liu belong to? Does she belong to the sport? To the fans? To the USFS? Or does she belong to herself? The answer, if you've been paying any attention at all, is obvious. She has always belonged to herself. That's what made her so magnetic on the ice in the first place. That fearless, unbothered energy that no coaching staff trained into her. It was always there. So whether that cast announcement drops tomorrow or never comes at all, one thing is already certain. Alysa Liu is writing her own story. And the rest of us? We're just lucky she's letting us watch. The real question isn't whether she joins DWTS. The real question is, are you ready for whatever she does next?